To another video. In this video, we'll discuss an important use case in Power Automate while connecting with Dataverse. There are many use cases in our real business world where we interact with the Dataverse from Power Automate for integration purposes using HTTP connector or HTTP action. In my previous video, I have already discussed how we can connect any Dataverse environment from Power Automate using HTTP action using bearer token. How we generate token and how we get data using Dataverse Web API with HTTP actions. But in this use case, I will tell you how to get. So getting just data is easy, but getting metadata requires some manipulation, right? Here in your Power Apps environment, Web API endpoint, when you use this environment Web API endpoint, and when you use a specific entity, for example, let's say this is the endpoint and I want to read contacts, then it will give you the record information, the data. But if you want to get some metadata about a column, for example, I have a entity called as contact, and that contact has a choice field called as contact type, and that choice field contact type has three options like individual, then corporate. Now I want to get that metadata, that labels for my use cases. So how can I get that? So this is the way how to get data. But to get metadata, you need to use a new URL, specific URL. This is the endpoint required. But in addition to this endpoint, you need to pass the metadata definition. You see, so after the bearer token, this is important. You have to generate a token and pass this token to a URL that is reading the metadata. You see how this format URL format is done. The HTTP requires this URL. First the web API endpoint URL, then entity definitions. Inside entity definitions, you need to pass logical name of the entity. This is my entity, logical name. Then slash attributes, which attribute information you want to get. Then inside bracket, you need to pass logical name of the attribute. This is my logical name of the attribute choice field. Then slash Microsoft.dynamics.crm picklist attribute metadata. So these are the information you need to pass, and also you need to mention expand option set so that it will it will give you the option set labels. Then you need to pass content type as application JSON authorization bearer token, same as calling data. Okay. Now if you run it, now next what I am doing here, in here I am calling the same thing, but here I am also using a select action to fetch the items as an array. So I am creating an array here using label and value, where it will display the label of the choice and the value of the choice inside the value, right? This is a array I want to create, a table structure, okay, with two columns, label and value, and it is mapping the output of this HTTP, which returns the choice items with its label and value, and creating a table for my next use, right? Now this is the bearer token generation. This is the compose to store access token. This is the HTTP to call the metadata API to get its option set values for a specific option set values, and then the output of this HTTP stores the information about the option set, and the output contains the option set values and labels. So we are doing a select to map the output of this choice labels and text to a specific tabular structure to map to a table. Now let us test it. Now click on test. Now I can use manual test. Now this is a local choice, not a global choice. Okay, that I am retrieving the metadata. Now click on the run the flow. Now once you click on done, the Power Automate will trigger, and in this HTTP output you will see, if you check the output, the option set values are coming under localized labels. You see this one. Scrolling down, this one. So under options, so this is the JSON object option set. Inside this option set we have descriptions. First, the root node is options. If you go up, you can check inside body. You will find the tag called as option set. Then under options you have a description. Sorry, under options you have a display name, or you can, if you scroll down, you will see this one. Under options you will find localized labels, and these are the localized labels. First option is credit card, and it is its value plus. So this is another localized value, debit card, and this is the value, right? So this is JSON that is returning the metadata. I am using here a select action to map the JSON object to a specific table. Now you see how the table is formatted here. The first table contains the credit card and the value, this one. If you click on this raw output, you will see the table structure created. This is the label, value, and this is the label and value. Now these two record available in this new table I created. So select action is used to get the cleaned array from a complex JSON. Right. Now you can take this table and use it wherever you want to bind it. Right. In my next video, I'll show you how you can return this table to a Copilot Studio so that you can bind to a adaptive card drop down. Okay, so to show dynamic options